Ludger Bedard consulting private detective. The world is the planet Earth and all life upon it, including human civilization. In a philosophical context, the world is the whole of the physical universe. If you go to bed at night without learning something new that day, your day is not complete. Ludger Bedard 1411. Travel in 1530 to 1590 is London, England. Travel in 1530 to 1590 is London, England. Residential in Pyramide de Couhard, Autun at 1480. Ludger Bedard deliberately trained his mind and body to near-superhuman abilities almost from birth, giving him great strength and endurance, a photographic memory, a mastery of the martial arts, and vast knowledge of the sciences. Ludger is also a master of disguise and an excellent imitator of voices. He is a physician, scientist, adventurer, detective, inventor, explorer, researcher, laboratory, professional master chefs, wine Burgundy, deductive abilities, occult, paranormal, alchemy, a musician. The mother of the common law jurisdictions emerged from the Middle Ages with similar complexity in its legal professions. An equivalent division developed between advocates and procurators in some civil law countries. These two types did not always monopolize the practice of law, in that they coexisted with civil law notaries. Several countries that originally had two or more legal professions have since fused or united their professions into a single type of lawyer. In 1345, the French crown promulgated a royal ordinance which set forth 24 rules governing advocates, of which 12 were integrated into the oath to be taken by them. In most countries, particularly civil law countries, there has been a tradition of giving many legal tasks to a variety of civil law notaries, clerks, and scriveners. These countries do not have lawyers, insofar as the term refers to a single type of general-purpose legal services provider. Rather, their legal professions consist of a large number of different kinds of law-trained persons, known as jurists, some of whom are advocates who are licensed to practice in the courts. It is difficult to formulate accurate generalizations that cover all the countries with multiple legal professions because each country has traditionally had its own peculiar method of dividing up legal work among all its different types of legal professionals. Legal advice. Legal advice is the application of abstract principles of law to the concrete facts of the client's case to advise the client about what they should do next. In many countries, only a properly licensed lawyer may provide legal advice to clients for good consideration, even if no lawsuit is contemplated or is in progress. Therefore, even conveyancers and corporate in-house counsel must first get a license to practice, though they may actually spend very little of their careers in court. Failure to obey such a rule is the crime of the unauthorized practice of law. In virtually all countries, patents, trademarks, industrial designs and other forms of intellectual property must be formally registered with a government agency in order to receive maximum protection under the law. In some countries, the negotiating and drafting of contracts is considered to be similar to the provision of legal advice, so that it is subject to the licensing requirement explained above. In others, jurists or notaries may negotiate or draft contracts. Conveyancing is the drafting of the documents necessary for the transfer of real property, such as deeds and mortgages. In some jurisdictions, all real estate transactions must be carried out by a lawyer. In others, the use of a lawyer is optional and banks, title companies, or realtors may be used instead. In some civil law jurisdictions, real estate transactions are handled by civil law notaries. In many countries, only lawyers have the legal authority to draft wills, trusts, and any other documents that ensure the efficient disposition of a person's property after death. In some civil law countries, this responsibility is handled by civil law notaries. The Ludger lawyer's relationship is Autun, Couhard pyramid, lands in such famous wine-producing areas, Paris, Cardiff, London, banks, title companies, trusts, etc. Travel in 1530 to 1590 is London, England.